The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. Key takeaways. Number 1. Build, measure, learn, the core of Lean Startup methodology. The fundamental activity of a startup is to turn ideas into products, measure how customers respond, and then learn whether to pivot or persevere. Iterative process. The build, measure, learn feedback loop is the cornerstone of the Lean Startup methodology. It emphasizes rapid iteration and learning from customer feedback. This cycle involves build, create a minimum viable product, MVP, based on initial hypotheses. Measure, collect data on how customers interact with the product. Learn, analyze the data to validate or invalidate hypotheses. Continuous improvement. By repeating this cycle quickly and frequently, startups can minimize waste of time and resources, adapt to market needs more effectively, increase chances of success through validated learning. Number 2. Validated learning, empirical testing of business hypotheses. The goal of a startup is to figure out the right thing to build, the thing customers want and will pay for, as quickly as possible. Scientific approach to entrepreneurship. Validated learning is about rigorously testing business hypotheses through empirical experiments. This approach replaces assumptions with facts, helps identify and eliminate wasteful activities, guides strategic decisions based on evidence. Key components: formulating clear, testable hypotheses about the business, designing experiments to test these hypotheses, analyzing results to draw actionable insights, applying learnings to refine the product and business model. Number 3. Minimum viable product, MVP, rapid experimentation for maximum learning. The minimum viable product is that version of a new product which allows a team to collect the maximum amount of validated learning about customers with the least effort. Efficient learning tool. An MVP is not about creating a stripped-down version of the final product, but rather the simplest way to start the learning process. Benefits include faster time to market, reduced development costs, early customer feedback. MVP strategies. Concierge MVP, manually delivering the service to a small group of customers. Wizard of Oz MVP, simulating automated processes with human labor. Landing page MVP, testing market interest with a product description page. Video MVP, demonstrating the product concept through a video presentation. Number 4. Pivot or persevere, data-driven decision-making. A pivot is a structured course correction designed to test a new fundamental hypothesis about the product, strategy, and engine of growth. Strategic flexibility. The pivot or persevere decision is a crucial moment in a startup's life. It involves analyzing data from experiments and customer feedback, evaluating the current strategy's effectiveness, deciding whether to continue on the current path or change direction. Types of pivots. Zoom in pivot. A single feature becomes the whole product. Zoom out pivot. The whole product becomes a single feature of a larger product. Customer segment pivot. Targeting a different set of customers. Platform pivot. Changing from an application to a platform or vice versa. Business architecture pivot. Switching between high margin, low volume, and low margin, high volume models. Number 5. Innovation accounting, measuring progress in a startup. Innovation accounting enables startups to prove objectively that they are learning how to grow a sustainable business. Metrics that matter. Innovation accounting provides a framework for measuring and communicating progress in a startup environment. Key aspects include focusing on actionable metrics rather than vanity metrics, establishing learning milestones to gauge progress, using cohort analysis to understand customer behavior over time. 3 steps of innovation accounting. 1. Establish the baseline. Use an MVP to gather real data on where the company stands. 2. Tune the engine. Run experiments to improve the metrics towards the ideal. 3. Pivot or persevere. Decide whether the company is making sufficient progress. Number 6. Small batches, increasing efficiency and reducing risk. The ability to learn faster from customers is the essential competitive advantage that startups must possess. Agile production. Working in small batches allows startups to identify and fix quality problems earlier, reduce work-in-progress inventory, accelerate feedback loops. Benefits of small batch sizes: faster iteration and learning, reduced risk of large-scale failures, improved ability to adapt to changing customer needs, enhanced overall productivity and efficiency. Number 7, continuous deployment, accelerating the build, measure, learn cycle. The goal of continuous deployment is to shrink the batch size of work down to a single deployment. Rapid iteration. Continuous deployment involves automatically releasing code changes into production as soon as they're ready. This approach reduces the time between ideation and customer feedback, minimizes the risk associated with large releases, encourages a culture of experimentation and learning. Key components of continuous deployment: automated testing to ensure code quality, feature flags to control the rollout of new features, monitoring systems to detect issues quickly, a culture that embraces rapid iteration and learning from failures. Number 8, the 5 whys, root cause analysis for startup problems. By asking and answering why 5 times, we can get to the root cause of any problem and make corrections that prevent the issue from recurring. Problem-solving technique. The 5 whys is a simple but powerful tool for identifying the root cause of problems in a startup. It involves asking why repeatedly to dig deeper into an issue, uncovering systemic issues rather than just symptoms, developing appropriate countermeasures to prevent recurrence. Implementing the 5 whys. 1. Assemble a team of people connected to the problem. 2. Define the problem clearly. 3. Ask why the problem occurred and document the answer. 4. For each answer, ask why again until you reach the root cause. 5. Develop and implement solutions addressing the root cause. Number 9. Adapting to customer needs, building products people want. We must learn what customers really want, not what they say they want or what we think they should want. Customer-centric approach. Successful startups focus on understanding and meeting customer needs through engaging with customers directly and frequently, observing customer behavior rather than just listening to their words, iterating quickly based on customer feedback. Strategies for adapting to customer needs, customer development, systematically engaging with customers to validate business hypotheses. Genchi Genbutsu, going to the actual place and observing firsthand, a principle from lean manufacturing. A/B testing, comparing different versions of a product to see which performs better with customers. User experience, UX research, studying how users interact with the product to identify areas for improvement.